day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds and Things coming to you from the Northeast, and I hope everyone is doing well and they've had a great day. I'm recording this on, Tuesday night, so it goes up on Wednesday for my Painting Fairy Stitch Along, and I just wanted to drop by and show you my frame that I got. I'm going to try to put this kit on the frame, and I'll show you that in a minute. I just want to welcome you all in. If you're new here, thank you for dropping by. Any new subscribers, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it, as it helps my channel grow. And my returning stitching peeps, I really appreciate you coming back. So if y'all will give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell and put a comment down below, I'd really appreciate it. So like I said, I haven't stitched on this in a while. Actually, I've only done a little bit on it. So let me show you the frame that I got from them. I ordered this on my own. I do believe, I honestly can't remember, but I just wanted to show you. I know I was struggling with it the other day when I did a video on it. Let me pull you out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So I put it together, and in order to get, and this is like a Q-snap. They don't call it a Q-snap. I really don't know what they call it. Hold on 1 minute, I'm gonna look for us. Yeah, they call it an embroidery frame snap, an embroidery snap frame. And it was only like $3, so, and there's different sizes that you can get. So, like I was saying, I was struggling to get it together, to put it together. And as you can see, I mean, it was a struggle. And I had mentioned that I don't know if it will loosen up or what, but it's not equal all the way around. Like this part here and that part there, they're not equal. And this part right there, and most of the joints are not equal. And you know, obviously it doesn't really matter as long as it fits in there. But see, that one's bigger than that, and I had a really hard time with it just because it just doesn't move well. But I like the frame, and anybody that's new to cross stitching, this is, what do I want to say? In order to get this off, let me push this down a little. You just slide this across like that, and it comes off. In order to put it on, you just snap it on here, and watch your fingers so you don't snap your fingers, but it goes like that. And same with the sides. You just, hopefully it won't make me out a liar. There we go. It just pulls on, and you can push it back on, obviously. So what I'm going to do, I've got this kit out, and I'm going to put this on the frame, and hopefully we'll see what happens. It's pretty big, but I just wanted, because it's rectangular, and I thought maybe it would fit better. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna monkey with it for a minute, and I'll be right back and show you how I put it on. All right. So I got it on the frame. It was pretty hard. I struggled a little bit, but I got it on. I'm not putting the bottom part on, just because this is all. I've got these three on, and there's just a lot of material down here. This is a huge one, actually. Let me see how big this is. This is, can't even see, 300. I think it's 300 by 300, if I'm not mistaken. 300 by 400, actually. So if you can envision that, that shows you how big it is. And it's pretty close. I was working up here, as you can see, but I think I'm going to do a little bit over here. But if you're not familiar with these snap frames, in order to tighten it, once you get it on, you just turn it away from you, and it tightens it that way. I mean, this one's not really moving that much, but it makes it nice and taut, so it's easier to work. So I thought I'd work over here, and that's 3818. That's this green. I should find out what that is, just because I love the colors. Look at those fall colors. But it's a beautiful picture. That's the color of her hair right there. See her hair? That's a gorgeous color. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, I thought I'd do some of this over here. This isn't going to be very long. I just got home from work, and I just wanted to show you. There's some more. I just wanted to do a short video for Painting Fairy, and show you their frame and this beautiful piece of artwork here. So I'm going to put you on pause again, and I'm going to get my needle ready, and we'll stitch a little bit. So please come back. Okay, well, I've started my stitch. I did a loop stitch, and I am working with, like I said, 3818, which is this green color. And actually, hold on another second, sorry. Okay, hopefully that will work, and it will be better for you to see. So as I said, I started with the loop, and I'm going to try to keep this in frame. I hope is this too close for you? Let me know. I can always zoom it out. I know people like to see real close. And for me, starting a new stitch, I always have a hard time finding the holes here, as you can see. Hopefully I won't have any bloopers today. Look at that, jumped right over that hole. How is that possible? All right. Felt like I already had a knot in that one. That's crazy. I'm gonna pull you out a little. Yeah, that's too stinking close. So what have you been up to today? Any new stitches, or working on, anything, trying to finish something out for Halloween or Christmas? I just ordered something from Painting Fairy that you'll see probably in a couple weeks. They're really good at the shipping time with Painting Fairy is really good, and I'm trying to maneuver this. I'm sorry, just because it's kind of awkward. I was hoping this would be better. I mean, it will probably when I'm not on camera, but I have a couple other Q-snaps. I have one downstairs that I'm actually not even using, because I end up usually stitching in hand. But I wanted to try this because I can't even find the stinking hole. Because I was hoping it'd be easier to film with. But it doesn't help if I can't find the hole and find out where I am. I'm sure anybody who has stitched will understands this. And thank you for being patient with me. Come on. I'd like to get a lot of this done. I'm working on one of my other big ones too. Oh my gosh. I don't mean for this to be torture for you guys. While you're waiting for me to hit the hole here, as they say, at least, you can listen to my jibber jabber if you're stitching. Here we go, finally. I really wanted to do, well, I won't mention that now because it's a different company, but there's a company that's doing a stitch along, and I really wished I could have started that, but I really don't need to do that. I have so many of my painting fairies and other cross stitches that I need to work on. And with me working now, I have less time, which, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Come on, there we go. I think I'll hold that right there. That might be better for you guys. And me too, because my arm is resting actually. So I know people who watch videos all the time know that you can enlarge your screen if you want to. I'm gonna, because I have to bring that up a little bit, I'm gonna pull you down. And I know you're used to me being not as close as some people want, but where the heck is that? It's all the way up there. A new stitch for me is always, and I think I just said this, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. I didn't sleep well last night. I actually, I went and bought some magnesium, which helps with your serotonin levels so you can sleep better. So I finally was able to get some more magnesium. And, but last night, yesterday when I got home from work, it was just, and I had a really good day at work yesterday actually. And sometimes I get a craving for a frozen coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. So I stopped and got that, and it has caffeine in it, and that was like at 6 o'clock at night, which is not a good time. Oh, there's my blooper. 6 o'clock at night is not a good time for me to have coffee. See if I can get this out here on screen. Probably not. Oh, there it goes. Awesome. So consequently, because I had a frozen coffee, my brain didn't shut off like it should. So, I mean, I got some sleep because I did finally relaxed at some point. But I've only had a little bit of caffeine today, so I'm hoping I can sleep. So I was worrying about work there for a little bit because I have a job as a cashier, and I've said that before. And it's new to me. I had never done it when I was younger. Actually, that's not true. I started years and years and years ago. I was 19 years old, and I had started a job, and I was a cashier at this department store, and it left a bad taste in my mouth for that. And, you know, being retired, I mean, and after working as a nurse for so many years, I wanted something that wasn't really stressful. And when I lived in South Carolina, I bagged at a grocery store because, hello, I've been bagging groceries for myself for years. And I never wanted to handle money. And I think I've been working at this store for, I don't know, it's been a few weeks or so. And when I start a new job, I get anxious, and I don't like to make mistakes, especially with money. And so the first couple weeks, they count the till. Oh, my phone's at only 10%, so this can't be that long. So they count the till, the drawer. When you start, you count the drill. You count the drawer with the manager, and to make sure that the balance in the drawer is 150 to start. And you count at the end of shift. Well, I was getting so nervous. I was counting back change wrong and crap like that. So now that I'm more relaxed, it's better, and I don't dread going to work just for that reason. I don't have a problem with the people. They've been pretty nice, actually. So I can't complain about them. You know, they're grumpy people, but, you know. And the employees, I don't know. I think it's just the Northeast because, anyway, I was going to digress, but my point being that I'm more relaxed and the job isn't as stressful for me now, which I really like. So that's not keeping me awake either anymore. So, but I've noticed, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but if I have, I forgot, obviously. But the people in the Northeast are just not as friendly as they are down south. And that's just something I can't even get, where the heck is the hole? Something I'm having, I mean, there are a few people who will talk and be friendly, but I don't know. There's this young kid, he's only 27 years old. We were talking about people and a little bit about politics and crap like that. My dad always said, you don't talk about politics and religion. But, you know, in hindsight, if we had talked about politics and religion, I would be more educated about such things. But anyway, and I could have done it as an adult, but I was never really into politics or religion. Because I'm not religious, I'm more spiritual than anything. And there's another blooper. But I don't even know where I was going. I was talking about the unfriendliness of people. But the people down south are friendlier than people up here. And that was something I had to get over. So, but my thread's going to come off too. But check out Painting Fairy. I'm only going to do a couple more stitches because my phone's dying. I hardly used it today, but making videos really wears the battery down. So, not that this is the only video I've made today too, so I don't know. Maybe I've got too many windows open. I don't think so. I think I cleared it out last night. But anyway, let me do a few more stitches here and then I'll let you go. And if you've made it to the end, leave me a smiley or leave me some kind of stitching emoji. Well, I can tell I'm dating myself. I don't even know how to say those things anymore. Anyway, but I'm hopefully going to get a better night's sleep tonight. And I hope you all do too. I know having insomnia really sucks. Oh, I didn't tell you. Maybe I did. I have a new little pet. I gotta tell you this real quick. My daughter got me a betta fish for my birthday. And I came home and it was all set up. I was at work and it's funny, I was talking to her on the phone and I come in and I open my back door and let the fresh air in and tend to my plants and things like that. And it was sitting right on my plant stand. And I didn't even notice it. Sometimes I'm so unobservant, it's terrible. But she's asking me, you know, asking about pictures on my wall. Where the fish tank was on my plant stand. It's like, oh my gosh, look at that. So she got me a betta fish. So now when I come home, and you probably think I'm crazy, but at least I have a little pet now. And my daughter asked me if I named him, and I said, no, I just call him Buddy. So, and he knows me. I go over to the tank in the morning and feed him and talk to him, and he comes up and looks at me and eats his food. Finally, at first I thought he was dying as he was just laying on his side swimming. Not totally on his side, but he looked like he was dying. I think he was in shock the first few days, as it takes him a while to get used to a new environment. But yeah, I go over to the tank and I feed him. I'm only feeding him twice a day, and he's doing fine. Although the instructions on the fish food says feed him 3 times a day, a certain amount. But it's like, I don't know how much he eats, you know. I don't stand there and watch him forever, so. But I sprinkle some food in there, and I talk to him, and he listens to me. He comes over to where I'm, you know, over to me, to the side of the tank, and he was swimming around pretty good today. So I just wish a betta fish cannot be in a tank with another one, because they'll kill each other, unfortunately. But if he happens to die, which I hope he doesn't, he's a pretty blue fish, and I'll just get a couple fish that can survive together and they won't kill each other. But I'm enjoying him. I come home and talk to him, say, hey, buddy, and he comes over, and like I said, he looks at me, and I feed him, and he eats his fish food. So if you can think of a good name for him besides Buddy, put it down in the comments. That would be cool. I would appreciate that. So if you've had any fish, let me know. But yeah, check out Painting Fairy. They have all sorts of goodies on their website. And I really enjoy working on Painting Fairy's cross stitches. So, and their scissors are wonderful. I love their scissors. And the stand appears to be working for me. At least I'll use them when I first get them, because they're stiff. And it wasn't too difficult to get it in the frame, so at least for me, you know. But give them a try. I have a coupon code. I'll put it in the description down below for 5% off. I'd appreciate you using that. I will make a little bit of commission, which I can buy a new cross stitch to, oops, I think I have a knot. I can buy a new cross stitch from them to show you, and I'd really appreciate that. And I want to thank you for dropping by. And the link to their website will be down below also. And you all have a great rest of your day, and a better day tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Whoops, sorry about that.